Morning, I'm Ann Swerk, and I'm going to share with you about the Math UC math curriculum this morning. And first I'm going to show you some of the parts that comes with it. So Math UC comes with a DVD. This is a teaching DVD, and it's set up for the teacher to watch it. They're very short, 5 minutes or less each lesson, and then you can teach it to the kids. A lot of people don't use it that way. A lot of people have the kids watch it and then do the lesson. You can do it that way too. This will play in your computer or in a DVD player. And the DVD comes with it, has a teacher's manual. What is on the DVD is also in the teacher's manual. So, for instance, this is lesson 4, and it walks you through it. So if you need a little more guidance with it, or it's more helpful for you to read it than watching it, that is available also. The teacher's manual then has all of the answers for the student book in the back. So you get the teacher's manual, and then there's a student workbook. It's about that thick, about a 3/4 of an inch to an inch. Each lesson is set up A through G, and so it's 1A, 1B, etc. And then there's a test after that, and there's a test booklet that goes with it as well. Then you also get manipulatives, and the manipulatives are important, very important for the younger grades. They have some manipulatives, some overlays and things that you get in the upper grades also. But these are the manipulatives. These are the 100 blocks and the 10 bars. And then these are the other ones. And you can see I set up the problem here. 2 plus 2 is 4. And 2 orange blocks make the yellow block. And kids learn, they begin by learning to color them the right color and identify them both by the number and the color. The boxes that these come in are not the ones that you buy from Math UC. I bought these at convention one year. When you order these, they come in a cardboard box, but there are containers out there like this that the plexiglass slides on. They're a real good way to keep them. You can tell what's missing and what's not, and make sure everything got put away at the end of the day. Math UC curriculum is blocked up by a topic. So this year's topic is the alpha is the single digit addition and subtraction. The next one is double digit and beyond addition and subtraction. Then you have a year of multiplication and a year of division, and you have fractions, and you have decimals and things. And so they teach you a concept from the beginning up to advanced in that year time frame. And for some people, this does take more than a year to get through a book, but that's okay to take that time and go on. There have been times that we've gotten to a lesson that my kids already knew it. They had a really good handle on it, so I would give them the test, and if they could pass the test without making any mistakes, we would skip that lesson and go on. And that would be something. First of all, you can take a placement test online to see which program your child needs to be in. So if you're starting midstream and not at the beginning, or you're changing to this curriculum, you can go online and take a placement test. It'll help you decide where to go. And let's say that maybe your child knows some multiplication, and they take the test, but they still need to do the multiplication unit because they haven't, or the book, because they haven't learned all of it. What you can do is give them the test to begin with and see if they're able to pass it. And if they are, then skip that lesson. Go to the next one. And then if they need something, then you stop and you do that lesson. One year, my son did really well with math, and when he got to 5th grade, he was ready for pre-algebra. He had breezed through math, but he wasn't ready for algebra yet. The brain development part that you need for algebra just wasn't quite there. And so we gave him the Iowa Basic Skills Test, and I saw where his weaknesses were with math. And we went and I bought the Matthew C books for those years because he was one of my kids that I hadn't done it for. We had used a different curriculum. And so I found where his weaknesses were, and then we got the Matthew C books for those, and that's exactly what I did. We spent the year beefing up those things where he was weak, giving his brain that time for development so that he would be ready for the pre-algebra. And I'd give him the test. If he did it perfectly, we went on, and we did that till we got to a lesson where he'd miss a couple, and then we would do that lesson. If it was a lesson where he only maybe missed 2 on the test, we would do a day or 2 of lessons, and then if I felt like he was ready, we would go on, and if he wasn't ready, we would do the entire lesson. So that year we went through 2 books of Matthew C, but his score came up incredibly on his basic skills test after that. It was just what he needed. And by the next year, he was ready for the algebra, the pre-algebra, and so we were ready to go. Matthew C actually does incorporate a little bit of pre-algebra right in with their learning. They begin to teach it to them. I'm going to find an example here real quick for you. They have problems where, right here. So after they've begun to learn the math problems, they do it like this. Q plus 9 equals 18. Well, that could be looked at as like a reverse subtraction type of thing, or just trying to make sure that they know those addition facts, but that's really algebra, pre-algebra, and they mix that right in, and the kids build it and with the blocks, and they learn to recognize it, and they get that visual in their brain. So it's a very good kinesthetic visual math program if that's the type of math that you're looking for. The DVD does help make it easier. I hope this video has been helpful for you, and good luck with your journey.